Oh, it might be a little too loud. Let me turn this down a little bit. There we go. Okay, so this is gonna be a pretty quick uh, stream. It's gonna be how to add some features to the body. Now, um, the idea is to get some nips on here, but this is YouTube, and I don't want to get in trouble, so we're going to do something different. But the first step would be to isolate the portion that you need, right? So let's go shader or UV editor, right? So I need this I need to put it to the same UV, right? But if I got all these overlapping stuff, right? So I'm gonna hit L to select that. I'm gonna hit Shift D, and then I'm gonna go ahead and separate that selection, right? Ooh. All right, so I'm gonna click on it, and then I'm gonna hit backslash whatever to hide it. So now I just got this body, and so let's add like a scar or something. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go over here to my modifiers. I'm gonna add a Multi Rez thing. I'm also going to get rid of all of these materials. No materials, right? Okay, we'll make a new one, and I'll just call this Multi Rez. I'm not going to keep it or anything, but there we go. Nice. I'll show you why we need that in a second. Let's go ahead and subdivide it. Subdivide, and I want to go ahead into wireframe mode and turn off optimal display so I can see the thing. It looks like this thing was I'm going to need to do something
Yeah, it
real
actually
quick.
keeps work.
Okay, 1 second, one. Sure. All right, let's go ahead and um, let's see where we at. Got distracted. Oh yeah, go to edit mode. Let's quad this out real quick. So we'll just go to faces, and we'll go to tries to quads, and in this little box, make sure you got your UV set. And I usually just set these three things. There we go. Cool. Now, whenever I multi-res it, let's get out of there. Take a look at it. See if we got nice, good topology. Nice. So let's go ahead and add some more layers, and we're going to make it pretty dense. Bam. Now be careful. As the more dense you get, it's more subdivisions. Let's go one more, and it's going to be mighty dense. Anything past that is going to be crazy. Now we got this really high, high density mesh. And you can go as far as you want, however much your PC is going to handle. Set this one to 0, so that way you're not like burdening your system. Um, and so that's the regular viewport 0, sculpt is at 5, and renders at 5. Divisions. All right, cool. So we've got this divisions. Perfect. Let's go ahead and go into sculpt mode, right? And now we've got all these divisions here. Let's go ahead and switch this to sculpt mode. And let's go ahead and add, uh, let's add a belly button. All right, so let's go ahead and I'll do a little art here. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Let's sculpt. Oops, it's the other way. Sculpt out this belly button a little bit. Right? Boop. And let's go ahead and move it up a little bit like that. Kind of get a nice belly button shape. I'm gonna turn down this a little bit so I can add like some outer piece to it. Right? I got like this belly button. And I'm gonna sculpt me a little belly button. I'm gonna smooth it out a little bit here. Cool. And then let's add that whatever that stuff is on the inside. I don't even know. I don't know how to make a belly button. But there we go. Blend it out a little bit. All right, so now I got this ridiculously huge belly button. uh, that's crazy. I probably should have well, let's see what I can do. Let's see, can I try to blend this in a little bit more? Either way, I'm gonna have to go back to school and learn how to make a belly button. Cut this over here. nonetheless. So I got this little belly button, or this big belly button. And you know what? Let's get some abs in here. Let's do that real quick. We'll go ahead and let's put this on, right? Or let's see, abs. Abs usually, let's look at, all right, looks like we've got this main ab. Oh, let me switch to the draw sharp. And let's go. We got that. We're gonna smooth these out a little bit. My my sculpting today is not on point. Wow, I'm doing really bad. All right, let me just make this really janky then. Bam, there we go. All right, we're gonna cut this out. Wow, we got some crazy abs. Let's go ahead and smooth this up a little bit. You know what I mean? A little bit. All right. These are not really good abs, so I'm not taking my time with this. There we go. We got some abdominal definition. All right, there we go. So smooth that out a little bit. There we go. We got some really crappy abs going on, but that is fine. Smooth. And there's two there's another brush you could use to kind of like help with this. Like say, like this is split up here, and maybe I don't want that split. I can go down to the Multi Rez eraser and erase that area, and it will just take the things that I've done and just get rid of them. Right? Like look at that. Cool. All right, like maybe I did it too much. Here we go. We got some really rough abs going on. Right, and we're just doing a little bit of Multi Rez. Okay. But so I got some ab definition there. And if I go back to the main thing, you can see that I don't have any abs, right? I turn this back to 5. Take a quick second. Boom, there's the changes. So I'm going to hit 0 again. Nice. All right, so I need to turn this into a normal map. Multi-Res is perfectly set up for that. So what I'm going to do is go to my shader, where I've got my material that I just made. Where is it? Material. See? I'm going to hit Shift-A, hit S to search, image, texture. Here we go. Let's go ahead and plug. I don't even need to plug it in, but I'm going to plug it in for now. I'm going to hit New, and I'm going to say Multi-Res Add, right? And we're going to make this like 4096, right? And I'm going to say, okay. So now I got this image. I'm going to go to the UV editor real quick and open that image, and then just save it. Just so I have it. And this is what downloads, so cool. Just save it here for now. All right, good. So now it is selected, and that this is set to 0. And what I'm going to do is go to cycles and switch this to GPU. And I'm going to go down to bake, and I can use bake for multi-res. So we're doing normals. So then I just hit bake, and then it does a quick bake right down there. I go to UV editor. You can see I've now got this mesh right here, right? With the new normals. So I'm gonna go ahead and save this. Save as, and I'm just gonna save over it. And it should have saved over it. It did. Okay, perfect. All right, so if I go into material view, you can see I've got abs kicking. Let's go ahead and I'll go ahead and unplug that for now. So I don't need that mesh anymore. I'm gonna hit backslash to bring it back. I'm gonna hide that mesh. Now I'm back to having my main mesh right here. So let's see, if we go into edit mode, I can figure out which material has the body. So I'll go to faces, click on it, and it will usually pick whichever material. I'm gonna hit select. There we go. So this is my mesh, and I guess there's no skin set to this. So let's image texture, and let's go to open, and I should have her skin hanging out somewhere. Let's see, character. item. I think it's in shared, unique body. No, I think it's in just female body. Textures. So let's grab the body. So we've got female body or female leg, female arm, female body, and then I want the normal as well, which is right here. So we'll just drag this in, and then I'm going to click on this one because it's already open. And there we go. So I got the texture on here. Now I've got this normal. Let's go ahead and plug it in. Normal map. All right, so we've got that normal map showing up, but let's switch this to non-color so it looks the right way. And it does not look the right way. So I don't know if he had a custom normal that he's using for this, but it doesn't look like there is one. So I'll have to ask, because unless I'm using the wrong normal. Let's see. That could also be a possibility. Body normal. Okay, that is better. Yeah, okay, so I was using the wrong normal. Perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and grab our additional normal. So I hit Shift D. And I'm gonna go ahead and go find it. It's just gonna be downloads. Here we go. Nice. And if I let's just replace this one here. Let's see. The edits I made, see that belly button is in there? Make it super strong, super less. All right, give it a 1. All right, so we've got that basic normal with the new belly button in it. And let's change our view. And let's switch this back to EV. One that has a little bit more. There we go. All right, that way you can kind of see it a little bit more. But there's that normal working on there. So that's one way. So that's if I wanted to replace it, but I want to keep this basic normal as well, right? So we've got that, and we've got this, right? And they're two different ones. And she does have a belly button. I didn't realize that. But now we're going to mix it and create a monster belly button. All right, so I'm going to go over here, and let's go ahead and mix these. So you can mix them a couple ways. Mixed color is usually a good way to do it. I just mix color and set it to overlay. Mix the two together. And now you can choose between a blend of them or have both of them fully being represented. But I'll turn this blend down a little bit. Another way that you can mix these before baking them is to, let's go ahead. Oh, and I have a normal map here. Oh, I don't have it set up. I'm going to go ahead and append a normal. Well, actually, I'm just going to remake it. So they use a flipped green channel for Tekken, so I'm going to have to flip it real quick. So I'm going to separate the color of this normal map. Bind it. And hook up the red, hook up the green or the blue. I'm going to make an invert node. Bam. Bam. Here we go. And I'm just going to make this into a group so it looks nice and tidy. There we go. Oh, I need an output. This is the setup I normally use. So I'll call this one, I can go over here and call this one flipped normal. And then if I want to just keep a regular normal, I'll just, and here, let's do this also. Normal map. Oops, that's just a normal. Search normal map. All right, so there's our flipped normal. And then what I like to also do is just bring in a regular normal. That one up. Let's call that one. And this one, I'm going to switch back to being a vector. Oh, there we go. And if I want to make the strength of the normal controllable, I'm going to plug those in right there. All right, so now I got this little normal node that I can use to work. So let's go ahead and stick this one in here. Show you what I mean. So it looks a lot better. And if I put this one in, it looks a little bit off, right? So we're going to go ahead and put the right one in. All right, I did that right? Yep, I did. Okay. And then you can change the strength here. Whoa. Keep it at 1. And now I'm going to go ahead and blend these. I'm going to do a vector mix this time though. Today search mix, regular mix, set it to vector. Plug both of these in. Duplicate that. Plug this one in to here. Oh, let me fix this real quick. This color should be going to both of them. It's the same input. All right, and then this is a regular normal. Plug that one in. Cool. And this is showing 50% for both of them. You can move from one to the other, but I like the blend is a lot cleaner using a vector normal blend when I'm doing with normals. So you can get 0.5 to have them both in there, and then you can increase the strength of one if you want. So let's go ahead and make it like that. And we're going to go ahead and pull this one back a little bit. 0.7. And like I said, it's not a very, very good normal, but it is what it is. And I got both of these, but I need to bake them, right? I need to bake them in. And I should actually do this. So what I'm going to do is I got this body skin material that I just set up here. I'm going to go back to this version, and I'm going to change the material to the body skin material. They have the same UVs, so it's exactly the same. If I try to bake it in that other setup, it's going to get all messed up. So we're just going to go, I use TexTools. Whoop. So we'll go to UV editor. Let's go to TexTools. I'm going to go to baking. It sets a normal map right now. Click on this. Boom, pops up. Now, when you're baking in TexTools, you got to have a BSDF node for it to look at. But we're going to get this mix. So I'm going to go ahead and bake it. And I'll do a 512 just to make sure everything's baking okay. And it's quicker. Did I hit it? I think I hit it. Oh, there it is. Oh, and I hit it again on accident. So I baked it. There it is. I'm going to change the size. Let's move it up to like 2K. And so whatever I plugged into the bake or the normal section, it's gonna bake it. You can also do cage baking, like traditional cage baking, but I'm not doing that. So I'm gonna save it. Let's just save it as updated body. All right, cool. So I can hide that one, or I can actually keep it. So let's go in and let's just grab this guy, and we'll grab another one of these. And I'm going to go ahead and plug this here. And then to just kind of show the difference, I'm going to grab one of these, plug it in. And this is now, when I bake it, it's going to be a regular, like, blender normal. So I won't use the flipped. I'm just going to use the regular one. Set it here. So now I'm like putting all those on top of each other. But I just want to show the difference between the two. So this is what I have here. This is one of the new ones. Let's set it back down to 1. So you can kind of see that you can add it in. But let's just go and plug it in. And this will be our new normal, right? So I've got this normal here. And let's say, where's the, we want to do a comparison. Let's compare these two. Okay, so if I move it all the way to the left, this is the original one. This is my new one. All right. So if I wanted to add an extrusion, it would be the exact same thing. The cool thing about this process is that I still have my basic normal to use. I have a brand new normal texture I can use, and then I can go back and make additional changes, right? So say I want to keep that one just as it is. I can go ahead and hit Shift D and make a new one. And because it's so dense, it's taking a little bit long. If you're going to copy it in the future, I would suggest turning Multi Rez down first. All right, so now I have this Multi Rez. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to kill it, right? And I still have that normal map on here, right? So you can still see that the stuff is there. But let's go ahead and add a new Multi Rez. And just go up to 4 this time. All right, we'll set that to 0. And let's add like a big old like gash or some shit. I don't know. So let's go into sculpt mode. Turn off that. We're just gonna be like, bam, look at that. Some nasty. Make it nasty. I know that. Just got sliced up. Because we're fighting devils and whatever. Do another one over here. Let's change this up, be strong. Just a real big boom. Falls a bunch of times. There we go. All right, and you can't see anything because it's set to 0. But if I move this up, you'll see that it starts to show. So the same process. And since I've got a new normal already, I can just go ahead and paint over this one. But let's go ahead and make sure that we have our custom normal set. So this is the, let's see, this is this one. I like to just make a new image altogether. So let's go ahead and make an image, new. I'll say Multi Rez scar, whatever. All right, so make sure it's selected. Make sure you set it 0. Go here, go to cycles. All right, go to bake, bake up. All right, it doesn't show up over here. That's fine. We'll go to Multi Rez scar, and there it is. Right, nice. I think this one is actually trying to pull in. Oh, it's pulling in the actual like mesh data as well. Kind of help. All right. So I've got this new scar one. Let's go ahead and save it. Save as Multi Rez scars. And then I can do the same thing. I can go ahead and let's add that one in, right? Go ahead, Shift D. Plug that boy in. Got normal. Make a copy of this one. So we're going to keep that stuff. And we'll plug this one in here. And now we've got that scar on top of there. And this is set to 1. Let's set it to 0.5. So it's kind of like a blend of both of them. And now I've got some scars. Make my scars a little bit stronger. And there's actually no scar there. Now, if you wanted to actually change the mesh, which isn't always the best idea unless you're doing a complete thing on your own, but say you do want to, you can go into your multi-res and you can set it to a higher level, right? And if I go back into wireframe view, turn off that. So this is at 0, and let's turn off this optimal display. So this is at 0. I can add denser mesh if I want to. And now I'll have some of that actually showing up, right? So some of the changes I made are actually going to be there. And then I can do it again, but then I'm going to have a much more dense mesh. Things might. So in this case, I wouldn't do that. Because all I really want is just the image, right? So if I go back here and take a look and hit oops, click on this, go to edit mode, Alt H. Where is the rest of my blend? Oh, I don't think it's this one. Let's hit back. There we go. So here we go. This is the main one. And I could apply this, throw it on in game, whatever. I don't even need to bring this back in. If I was just wanted to do a texture edit, cool. I did it. It's got the same UVs. Everything's good. Now, right now, it's not baked, so I still do need to bake it. So let's go back to this one. And let's bake the total version, which is exactly the same process. And so if you want to add different characteristics to your character, you can do that. So here we go. There's my new one. Go ahead and save as updated V2. And now I've got a brand new normal map to use. I got some cool little scars and stuff. And we're good. And if you want to add features like some texture up here, feel free to do so. You want to add better abs, feel free to do so. Yeah, I think I might do a video on kind of like how to paint and color and show that blending process. But for now, I think that'll do it.